Earnhardt Jr. on the bottom, digging hard. Labonte sideways, nearly brushes the wall. Earnhardt takes the lead out of turn number 2.
Now
They're crashing. Ricky Craven is in the wall. 15, 20 cars sliding everywhere.
Here comes
hit, and Jimmy Johnson goes spinning.
down. Buescher. Oh, man.
Chris Buescher on his lid and lands back on his wheels. Caution.
Oh, man, we saw 4 wide off the corner over there. I was afraid of this.
And there's a spin. There's trouble.
Car upside down.
Schrader.
Schrader's number 25. Side over side, end over end. Another car in trouble and also getting airborne.
Terry Labonte is involved. His car spinning around on the grass. There is Elton Sawyer spinning around. Rusty Wallace there. There's Lake Speed. There's Rick Mast.
Bobby Labonte is up against the wall.
Heavy impacted inside wall by the 42 of Larson.
Man. Kyle Larson, Jeffrey Earn.
Trouble in turn 1.
Oh, car on its roof.
Michael Waltrip. Mark Martin is in it. One of the championship contenders.
Elliott Sadler, the Polson on 38.
Heavy damage.
And you're so wide and say, roll, what?
Whoa, trouble. The 2 car upside down, over and on to Scott Briggs. It's the big one.
Oh, boy, who is that still flipping?
Sauter. It was Johnny Sauter.
There's not anybody left.
I mean, I only see about 4 or 5 cars that are coming around through 3 and 4 right now that were not in this race. They see Mike McLaughlin in 18. They're still getting upside down. Cars driving under cars.
Into the wall now. Trouble in turn number 1. Mark spins out of control. The whole pack is involved. Cars tumbling through the air. Over on all twisting around and hit again as it comes back to the bottom of the racetrack in the corner. A savage crash in turn 1. Several cars involved. Mark Martin's car sliding back down the racetrack now, being hit by several others. And we have a pile of cars sitting at the bottom of the banking in turn 1. Bonnet's car lies in the grass just at the bottom of the track as you exit pit road.
Wow, his car got upside down. And then comes back on the wheels as we see Musgrave's car sliding up against the wall. Flames coming from it as he comes across the start-finish line.
But Buddy Baker, who has a lot of sentiment among veteran observers, as one of the real threats.
Oh, we have a problem.
Is blowing the tire.
Bobby Allison with a horrible crash here on the front stretch. It has torn out a complete section of protective railing separating it. Alan Kowicki becomes involved.
Debris and is collecting other cars. There was a lot of debris in the front stretch. Kowicki was involved. Richard Petty, I think, is another one of the cars. Lots of debris on the front stretch.
He has torn out a whole large area of guardrail. There it is, protecting the crowd from the racetrack, and he came very, very close to going into the stands. The car became airborne and went flying literally into that wall and catch fencing, but fortunately it did stay onto the racetrack. Number 2 getting turned and spinning his Dexter safety. Hard impact with the inside safer barrier, and they're wadding it up further back.
And further in front of them, Blaine Perkins, end over end, side over side. The car barrel rolling down the back straightaway. It has come to a rest on all 4 wheels, but a horrific crash for Blaine Perkins with others involved.
Stricter plate racing, less than a dozen people. Oh, and we've got trouble on the track, and it's Kyle Busch upside down.
Big time crash. Kyle Busch goes upside down and rolls down across on his roof here on lap 26. Cars comes back over, and now side over side barrel rolls and comes to rest on its wheels.
On the inside and Sterling Marlin outside.
And Ernie going with Earnhardt down on the inside. That's going to hit. Oh, he got trouble.
Terrible crash. Front of the field all torn up. Earnhardt's car destroyed. A major crash.
Scott Briggs on his roof. Oh, Briggs. Man, there's been a lot of cars getting on their roof lately.
Another hood flap flies off. Oh, around comes the 18. The 42 collects the 17 as well. The 62 upside down. Brendan Gaughan upside down. down as he went back in front of the pack.
We're wrecked here, guys.
And the big one happens right at the front of the field.
Wow, it's crazy. Brendan Gaughan just flipped around, fortunately landed on his tires.
Goes to the outside as Edwards goes. Oh, no! He turns him. No, no.
Oh, and that destroyed the front end of Newman's car.
No.
Edwards will not make it to the flag.
Oh.
Over once and a half and on his roof. Caution is out. A terrible crash.
There is second. They come through the tri-oval. Checkered is waving. Ernie Evans wins, and Rusty spins and gets airborne and flips wildly right at the start-finish line. Very reminiscent of his accident at Daytona. What a way.
Yeah, he's moving. I see him moving around in the car.
Second caution of the day.
There's Stanley Smith in the middle in the black car. They were running 3 abreast going into that turn, Ken. There's the car number 1 of Rick Mast.
There is one car that has gone over the wall, as you see in that. And we'll get that for you in a moment. Stan Smith's car was destroyed. There is another car that went off the top of the